Hello and welcome. My name is Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. If you do like all of these videos and you like the daily content, please do subscribe to the channel. There's a load of links here, and if you aren't aware of those, if you just click about, then there are the links to the various sites such as Instagram. I do have a Discord server right here where more and more people are joining all of the time and joining us in jolly communication. And you can also post pictures of your completed miniatures and join me and the community in a live chat straight after the live streams. Feel free to subscribe to the channel or even join as a member, and you'll get a load of perks and benefits such as exclusive behind the scenes videos, custom emojis and loyalty emojis, and access to the Saturday live stream chats. If you would like to support the channel further, the best way to do it is by using the Element Games affiliate link. This is where I buy all of my miniatures from. You can save yourself up to 25%. Just use the link down below in the description and I'll put it in the comments section today. And by using that link, that tells Element Games that I've told you about them and it helps the channel out. Now, let's go straight into the news, which is right here on the community website. If we go back about a week ago, so Saturday the 3rd of October, there's been an interesting selection of news throughout this week. It started off with Saturday's pre-orders, such as the new Necron novel, the Space Marines, Necrons, and the best codexes ever, apparently. Well, Games Workshop would say that, of course. So all of these products were available to pre-order last weekend. You've got the new codex in both the standard format and the collector's edition, which is the nice soft touch, different paged edge with a page keeper as well, or bookmark ribbon built in. I really like the collector's edition books. I'm just not a fan of this artwork at all this time on the Space Marine Codex. It's the first Space Marine Codex where I thought, nah, not really my cup of tea. And I think it's mainly because of the helmetless Primaris and their lighting effect on his head more than anything, I think. Then you had some cards. You had the little ATV, which, yeah, bit of a Mario Kart. I can't wait to unbox that and give you a review of that, though. Chaplin, or the Domino's Pizza delivery guy, he has a variant head. Even the helmetless head looks pretty cool, though. Then you've got this servo turret, which has different weapon options. I'm not sure why it has the las talon with the small 24-inch range. I'd expect like las cannons, but there we go. You had some dice. You also had the different versions of the Necrons Codex, the Collector's Edition, and the normal one. And then the cards. The Silent King was a big pre-order last weekend. Very popular. I thought that he would sell out, to be fair, but he didn't, and you can still get him in many places. Also, you had the Lockhurst Destroyer up for pre-order. A couple of weapon options for him. Odd how he connects to the base, though. That's to be seen. And then you had the push-to-fit Canoptech Doomstalker. Excellent looking, like War of the Worlds kind of model. And then you had some Necron dice, but in the standard kind of metallic colours instead of the new Runelord brass colours. I would have liked to have seen them release both types. That would have been cool. And then these limited edition sort of frameworks, which were bundled in with the big collection pre-orders, but they were only available at Games Workshop. There was a getting started little book that had exclusive miniatures, and then they pushed the merchandise. I've had a look on the merch web store and I wasn't really that impressed. There's probably one or two things I might pick up. Overall, it wasn't really my cup of tea. Okay, so that was a big feature on one article, but on the Sunday we had the preview for these giants, which are up for pre-order today, ladies and gentlemen. They look massive. I think they're going to be pretty expensive, over £100. It looks like you get 4 sprues, which isn't too bad, comparing them to Techless's. Remember, Techless, you can only build him as Techless, whereas these, you've got options to build 3 different types of giants, and they're certainly open to customization and modding and kit bashing. They look really cool. I'm a big fan of these big giant models, and as you all wanted me to get the giants, that's what I'll be pre-ordering today when they become available. You can also use them in any Age of Sigmar army, which is great. There's a different repackage of these normal gargants as well, so we'll be looking at those. The front cover of the Sons of Behemat is like one of the best cover arts I've ever seen, in my opinion. It tells so many things. It sets such a story. You've got these guys at the back. You've got this broken like castle. You've got this giant sort of striding forwards. It's incredible. I love the colours as well. That's just going to be beautiful in soft touch. I don't know whether it's me, but these soft touch for Age of Sigmar are absolutely stunning. Games Workshop are hitting it out of the park with these. The standard edition looks alright. I'm still on the fence which one to get, because you just know that it's not going to be many pages, or that there's not going to be an awful lot of content in there. But well, we'll see when it comes up on pre-order. As well as those, you also have a look at these cards, and then a nice audiobook, as well as these miniatures that weren't available individually before, and now Games Workshop have released them. It is the Caradron Overlords hero, which is the Endrin Master. Lots of Daka there. And then also the Magister, blessed by the Lord of Change. Got one of these discs. Looks pretty cool. And then we also had up for pre-order the Necron Warrior box set, which includes the 10 Necron Warriors. It looks to be exactly the same models as in the Indomitus box set, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because I like the Warriors in that set, but also it's a bad thing because they're pushed to fit and don't offer any customization other than changing the heads and the weapons. And I've had conversations recently in regards to the importance of moving your hips. I mean, like rotating your hips and tilting them, and that does make a lot of difference in terms of the dynamicism. And then also the same set from the Indomitus box set, the Scorpec Destroyers. Would have been like to see different weapon options. They could have done this set more justice and put options for the both the Reaper Blades and the larger ones. I've forgotten their names already. And then also the Hexmark Destroyer is going to be up for pre-order today too, along with some McFarlane toy action figures and a Space Marine, and one that you can just spray and paint if you wish. Also for Forge World, they're releasing some models this week. Can you believe it? There's some for the Hobbits and the Fellowship. I like this bartender with the food there. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like bread, but yeah. And then a look at the White Dwarf. So quite a lot of pre-orders up today. We're going to have a look at those slightly later on. There was a Spanners Cruising article. Books of the month are here. Codex update, war gear, profiles and rules. This was an interesting article. Lots of nice images, and it really did do it justice to break down the different types of melee weapons, so how they've now changed. So you've got the Chain Fist, which is incredible armor penetration. How it used to work in the old edition. Well, Power Fist just doubled your strength, but a Chain Fist added an extra d6 for penetration, like against vehicles. But so now it still doubles the strength, but you've got the AP -4 and a damage of D3. And if the attack is allocated to a vehicle, then the damage characteristic is 3. Then they went down and looked at all of these different updates that replaced the existing rules and data sheets. Just like that, a massive purge. Moving forward, we had a look at the Sons of Behemat Gargants Evolved. Closer look at these, look at the detailing. Look fantastic. Way back to the old Citadel Giants back in the 1980s, and how they were put together. Yeah, God, that brings me back, crikey. And then just how they've changed, look, and how they compare to the normal Gargants. And we had a really nice look at the sprues, as you can see. There's 4 of them. I initially thought that you could build, say, this one, but with that head or that head, and I'm not quite sure you can, but we'll see when they come out. This is a rumour engine for October that kind of looks like Tyranids, but it also kind of looks like Drukhari. I might be completely off the ball there with this spike, but that looks like a Tyranid thing. Then there's Keith Robertson's Fantasy Fellowship, Mega-gargants on the table. So there's a nice article about them here, and that gave you the profile. They're packing 35 wounds, save a 4+. They're quite resistant to spells, as you can see. And when they're slain, they basically pick a point on the battlefield, and that unit within 3 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds, unless it is another Mega-gargant. So a bit like vehicle explodes, I guess. And these are all the weapons, so they're really giving you a lot of information before these things are out. A good couple of weeks or so before they're out. There was an article about the art of Necrons, coming soon Black Library limited editions. This is a nice looking collector's edition book, Luther, First of the Fallen. Ragnar Blackmane, Ravener, fantastic looking book that. I really like the style that they've achieved for that. And then a nice Blood Angel book, Astaroth gets his own book. And then December, you're getting Hellwinter Gate. It's a latest mega edition box set from Black Library. It contains a suitably ornate version of Chris Freight's Space Wolves novel and a host of extras. So they're now putting books in boxes, which, yeah, I did wonder whether they were going to start doing that. Necron Warriors, Gorse Flayer versus Gorse Reaper, a nice article comparing the differences there and which one to pick. White Dwarf Welcome to Flashpoint, Meta Watch, Warhammer 40k A Brave New World, looking at the different army lists and how you're going to be able to put them together in the app. Forge World pre-orders, they put an article here for Barliman Butterbur, Harry Goatleaf, and Bill the Pony. It's a nice little effect, isn't it? Gatekeeper active, Barliman Butterbur at your service, and Bill the Pony. Finding Joy, Big Brothers Season 2, Episode 14, the colours of the chapters. So they released a load of videos of how to paint different chapters. I think there's, 5 there? But there most likely are many, many more on YouTube. Artifacts of the Mega-gargants. A closer look at artifacts that they can wield. You've got a cestus. You've got a cowl. And you've got the jaws of the Mogalodon. And then you've got some glowy lanterns. Nice little earrings that they're wearing. And there you go. So that is all the news. A huge amount of news throughout this week. No doubt it's going to get busier and busier over these few weeks, both in the hobby and both for me. So even more of a reason to support this channel by using that Element Games affiliate link. It will allow me to get all of these new releases and give you unboxings and reviews firsthand. So let's head on over to Forge World and have a look at these Lord of the Rings Middle-earth miniatures. So they're right here, which is great. They take centre stage. Some of the Titans are in stock. I saw that the Warlord Titan was in stock the other day, which is nice. If we click on New and we go to Pre-orders, it is just the personalities of Bree. I really like them. If I didn't do 40k and Age of Sigmar now, I'd be all over these Middle-earth minis. I think Forge World has done such a good job and there's so much detail on these. Yeah, really, really nice. I like them. And that's it for Forge World. We'll find out tomorrow in the evening, as usual on a Sunday, what the new pre-orders are for next week. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's Saul Tarvitz, but it could be the Wordbearers Praetors. We haven't had anything for 40k for a little while. We had the Titan weapons and a little bit of a news update, I guess, moving on from the last section. I informed you in one of these videos that I did email Forge World about the Nemesis volcano cannon, and I asked them whether it would be separate. They said they don't have any plans right now, but they have pushed it to people higher up. And so they should, because I think it's a little bit frustrating that the only way you can get this carapace mounted weapon is by buying a whole new Titan. And it's not just the £800, it's the fact that if you bought one of these Titans, you're then going to have to buy ahead and buy 2 more mounted weapons just to have access to the weapon. And I think if they sold that for ballpark figure of £120, which I think the Quake cannon separately was, then that would be quite reasonable. And all the people that bought Nemesis Titans then have the option of getting that. I certainly would pick one up in a flash. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a bit of a news update for that. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop and we'll have a look at all of these pre-orders for the Giants. Really exciting times. Here they are, a Giant release. You get some free coasters with your Mega-gargant as well. I'm not surprised with how much they cost. These are now the most expensive models that Games Workshop sell. Not including the 412 models they produce, of course. We've got no less than 4 tabs of adverts here. So there's that one, then there's the McFarlane toys, the Scorpec destroyers, and a couple of warriors in the background. And then the 3 calendars. You can get an Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, and a 40k calendar. Of course, I've already pre-ordered the Horus Heresy 2021 calendar. I'm a big fan of these calendars, and they're £10, which is not too bad. I normally buy like work calendars and things, which are about that price. I love the artwork. And at the end of the calendar, you can cut out the artwork, take pictures of it, whatever. You know, I have one of these calendars up all year round, and looking at it every day, I get my money's worth. That's the way I look at it. And I'm a big fan of the 2021 artwork, and who knows what new artwork we might see in there. I hope it's not just old artwork, but and it's a shame that you don't get the preview in this product. Down here, you've also got a few more adverts. So you've got the Sons of Behemat and the new Battle Tome. You've got a Giant Story audio book. Click on New and Exclusive, and we go to pre-orders. We click on View All, and we go high to low. Right here, this is where they're at. £120. That's a huge amount of money. I'll just tell you right there. They're not as big as Archaon. They're pretty big kits. I'm not sure whether they do size comparisons, but hey, stay tuned to the channel this time next week, and you will see me unbox them, and later in the week you'll see some size comparisons. So you've got 3 variants here. They're all just one kit though. It's just one Mega-gargant kit for these 3. So if we click on the War Stomper, this guy right here, as I said at the start, there are 4 sprues. These are the sprues. Lots and lots of parts, big chunky parts as well. That sprue's a bit small though. I think that's a half sprue. Maybe that's a full. It looks a bit smaller, but I think that that's the largest sprue, and then these 2 could well be the same size, and then you get like a half sprue there. It's Mortal Realms' biggest monster, usable by Chaos and Destruction armies. Builds one of 3 powerful Mega-gargant variants. So these are the size comparisons right here. We thought the normal gargants were big, the man crushers. Well, look at these Mega-gargants. I was expecting them to be a little bit bigger, like probably there, but hey ho. Gonna look at all the details for the War Stomper. You got this one as well, holding a civilian. Interesting to note that the legs only go one way. If you look at all of them, they're just in slightly different poses, but the legs look to be exactly the same. The loincloth areas though, and the bellies look a bit different for each one. And yeah, you've got the War Stomper. It can also build the Kraken Eater and the Gatebreaker. So I think this is the Gatebreaker. I think this is the Gatebreaker, and this is the Kraken Eater. Where's the Whale Biter? I think that's a character maybe. Anyway, so they're the 3 giants. Big release today. I wasn't expecting them to be 120. I was expecting them to be about 100, maybe at a push 105. This really breaks the gates in terms of Games Workshop's pricing. They've never sold anything this expensive before. You know, we had the 105 with Archaon and Teclis and the Imperial Knight, Castellans and Valiants, but yeah, this is crazy territory now for 3-digit territory. But we'll see. We'll go through the kit. We'll have a really detailed look at it. We'll go through all the size comparisons, and that's what this channel's all about, guys. It's about me getting these products and showing you them and helping you make your decision. And if they're bad, they're bad. I tell you. Luckily, I don't have any special agreement with GW or anything like that, so it means I can say whatever the hell I like, which must go for something, right? Okay, moving down, you've got the Man Crusher Gargants. Now, this was a little bit poor because kind of expecting them to be a bit cheaper, maybe 70 or even 65. But these typically, I think, did go for £40 each, and now at 75, I get where they're coming from because it's 2, but they're old models, and it would have been better if they just sold them for 70. You know, you're not going to offend too many people by selling them for £10 less than. But I just think it would be better if they were available for slightly cheaper at the 70, because they are old kits, and they're not selling them individually anymore. So they're kind of pushing you into buying 2 anyway. Luckily, they are nice kits. There's plenty of customization. Look, you can change the feet. You can put horns on them to make them chaos gargants. All kinds of things. So different heads as well, different beards. Although they're pushing you down selling 2 of them in one box, there are plenty of options there. But yeah, still having the ability to purchase one of them at once would have been a great move. Then you've got the limited edition battle tome for the Sons of Behemat, £50. All of these collector's editions are £50 anyway. It's limited to 700 copies. You've got the gilt page edges. I'd like to know what colour they are. They're gold. Oh wow, nice, very nice. I wonder if all the Age of Sigmar ones are gold, because the Realm Lords one was gold. It includes rules for Order, Chaos, Death and Destruction armies, and it's 80 pages, guys. So it's less than 100 pages. This is where I wouldn't buy one of these battle tomes for £50 with 80 pages. About the 100-page mark is my limit for these collector's editions. 80 pages is very, very short. It's similar to one of the first Imperial Knight codexes, which only had, I think, 2 data sheets in it. That was a few years ago now, but still not many pages. But I'm pleased that they did put the pages there. That's great. That's one thing at least. And I absolutely love the artwork. It's beautiful on that front cover. Moving down, the other pre-orders, you've got the Scorpec Destroyers. Unfortunately, they are just a repackage, a rebox of the same exact models, the same one sprue that you get in the Indomitus box set, which is a real shame. £34.50 for the one sprue is just, yeah, it's quite diabolical, really. I understand where GW is coming from. They want to sell the extras that they built in the Indomitus box set, but at the same time, they could have really done them justice, given them multiple weapon options, multiple poses. They didn't. They're fantastic looking minis. I just wish they expanded on them, like they have done with the Blade Guard and the Eradicators for the Space Marines. Oh well. Moving forward then, you've got the Necron Warriors, £29 here for 10. Yes, you do get 3 Scarab bases, but yeah, we're looking at £30 for 10 minis now. It's a huge amount. I would have expected these to be 25 maybe, but let's face it, that is £30 now. It's nice that you kind of getting 2 units though for the price of 1. You know, that is a unit of Scarabs, fast attacks. You're getting fast attack and troops there. And the Necron models are fantastic. Load of battle damage, different cabling hanging off them. They're such an improvement. They've done away with the glowy green rods for the weapons, and you can test out that lovely new technical Tesseract glow paint as well. The only downside, as I said, is kind of customization in a way, and posability. It's mainly the posability. Having 2 different weapon types in the kit helps with that somewhat. You can get the Gauze Flayers or the Gauze Reapers, and also you do get 20 heads. You know, you get 2 different head options per warrior, and combine that with the 2 different weapon options. That gives you some variation, but yeah, this is just the Necron Warriors that were in the Indomitus box set again, which makes that box set even more worthwhile and worth of value. You know, let's say this is £30. Let's say the Scorpec Destroyers at 35. That's already £65. That's more than half the price of the £125 Indomitus set, just on 2 units. Moving down further, you've got the Sons of Behemat Standard Edition Battle Tome. Again, that'll be the 80 pages, and yeah, we'll have a first look at that next weekend. You've got these action figures, £24.99 each, and then you've got the one that can be sprayed and painted. You've got the Magister on Disc of Tzeentch, up for pre-order today. Yeah, that's probably about the right price. I wouldn't go any lower or any higher for that. That works. Cool looking model. Excellent looking fast mage. And then you've got this Endrin Master with dirigible suit. So if you're into Caradrons, this guy will float your boat. And then the Hexmark Destroyer, £21. That's an interesting price point. You know, we don't normally see the £21 price point, but here we are. And it looks like it's boxed, so that's something. I think it'll just be one sprue though. Yeah, make sure you get all the pistol weapons in the right order. Small scenic base, very, very small. But probably would have liked to have seen him 20 or 18. I mean, this is the interesting part. He's just on that borderline there of acceptable. And then I think you've got the e-publication for the Battle Tome. You've got a novel there, £12.99 for Lionel Johnson. Lord of the First, book 14 in hardback for £12.99. Nice that you're getting hardback books for £12.99. That's quite rare. You've got the Sons of Behemat audio CD for £12. And then you've got the calendars. They're £10 each. And then if you just want to get the calendar today, your delivery will be about £3 or so. So it might be worth buying two, or it might be worth buying a calendar with something just to get that free delivery. You've got the Sons of Behemat War Scroll cards for £10. And then you've got the White Dwarf. I'm not sure whether the White Dwarf came out last year, but you also get these Ale Guzzler coaster sets if you buy a Giant today. It says here you get 4 of them. They look like cardboard though. They don't look like anything too durable. Just normal beer coasters really. But I like the artwork on them. That's really, really cool. Proper Bugmans. And there you have it, a Giant video today covering all of the Giant number of releases. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a big one this weekend. No doubt next weekend won't be any different. We've still got plenty more Necron releases and Space Marine releases to come. So this channel is the place to be over the next few months up until Christmas. Not only am I covering all of the new releases, there'll be some very unique and exclusive videos coming out to the channel that I'm confident that you'll enjoy. As always, please put your comments down below. Did you pre-order a Giant today? If not, what did you purchase on the store today? Very interested to hear your purchasing choices in the comments below. Share it with us all. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.